So it seems that Donald Trump is gaining steam when it comes to arresting and deporting illegal aliens. Despite all the courts fighting him tooth and nail, trying to stop him from getting the job done that the American people asked for, it's finally seeming to shift in his favor. You've had arrests like in Massachusetts over the last couple of days, almost 1,500 people arrested. You had Nantucket, and then there was South Carolina, which happened on June the 3rd. Oh. So this is an article discussing this. This is by the Post-Millennial. It's titled 72 Illegal Immigrants, Aliens, were arrested in ICE raid at South Carolina cartel-run club Operation Last Stand. An Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE raid, dubbed Operation Last Stand over the weekend, resulted in the arrests of over 70 illegal immigrants, aliens, at a nightclub that the Department of Homeland Security said that was run by a suspected member of the Los Zetas Cartel in South Carolina. The DHS said in a press release that prior to the operation, ICE had received information from a source about the underground illegal club, the Alamo being the location of narcotics, weapons, and human trafficking. During the early Sunday raid, ICE agents seized cash, narcotics, and firearms. Per WCIV, the raid took place at around 3 a.m. Sunday morning at the Somerville Club, located around 30 minutes from Charleston, South Carolina. The raid involved around 200 federal, state, and local authorities. Overall, 72 arrests were made, which included illegal immigrants with serious prior offenses. An additional 6 juveniles, what were they doing at a nightclub, you might ask, were turned over to state social services for care. Homeland Security Investigations Special Agent in Charge, Cardell Morant, said that around 200 people had gathered at the club for a cartel after party. This operation was not just about immigration enforcement, it was about restoring order. Now, Charleston County Sheriff Carl Ritchie said that 2 of those arrested were high-level cartel members affiliated with Los Zetas and Tren de Aragua. Los Zetas, formerly recognized as Cartel del Noreste or whatever, was designated a terrorist organization by the Trump administration back in February. Another person arrested had an Interpol red notice. The man, Sergio Joel Gallo Baca, is a murder suspect from Honduras. DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement, "Day in and day out, the brave men and women of ICE are working with local enforcement to keep American communities safe. The successful operation that took place in the Charleston area resulted in more than 70 arrests of illegal aliens, including an international murder suspect and the dismantling of a nightclub run by a suspected cartel member, where drugs, weapon, and human trafficking were taking place. Under President Trump and Secretary Noem, fugitives and lawbreakers are on notice. Leave now, or ICE will find you and deport you and probably arrest you if you've committed crimes." Now, overall, this is all a good sign. It's still well below where we need to be. And the Trump administration is now talking about trying to reach 3,000 arrests per day, which is nice, but it needs to be a lot more than that. But baby steps. You got to get from 1,000 to 3,000, and then from 3,000, let's get to 10,000 and beyond. Because eventually this is going to get to mass deportation if Trump is serious about saving America as founded. Because if not, sooner or later, there will be mass amnesty, and that will be the end of America as we know it. We've already seen what amnesty back in 1986 did with the Simpson-Mazzoli Act with Ronald Reagan. where you had 3 million illegal aliens receive amnesty. Half of them resided in California. California, like that, turned blue after 30 years of voting Republican in every national election. Turned into a deep blue state. So 1988 was the last time California would vote for a Republican after the 86 amnesty. And within a decade, it was fully deep blue. And that was it. It was gone. And what they found was roughly 60 to 70% of illegal aliens voted for the Democrat Party once given citizenship. And it's easy to understand why. Most people that come here illegally do so because they're either criminals, like the Trinidad gangs and others. So, of course, they can't come in normal channels because they want to do crimes here. Or they're poor, and so they don't have the ability to go through legal channels. So if they're given amnesty and they were a lower income class, they're more likely to take government assistance. People that need government assistance tend to vote for the party that gives them the most stuff. And the Democrat Party is the party of Santa Claus. Even when the Republicans try to do it, they're just the Diet Coke of handouts. And, so they're just not going to get the same kind of votes. And so that's what flipped California. And that gave the Democrat Party the ability to make a comeback. Had it not been for amnesty in 1986, the Democrat Party may not have been able to recover from the 12 years of Republican rule, which saw an explosion of wealth in the United States. So this is a crucial step, and it is the most important step. I mean, there's a lot of pieces to the Trump agenda. Obviously, there's the taxes issue, there's the deficit, but illegal immigration is the number one, number two reason why Donald Trump got elected. So it is critical and crucial that he stays the course with his promise. And so far, outside of the courts holding him back, he has been keeping his promises to his voters. So we're going to have to see how things play out, but it's going to get interesting. I'm expecting to see more and more of these mass arrests happen going forward, as now that the Supreme Court, for example, with the 500,000+ Haitians and Nicaraguans that are getting the boot that the Supreme Court okayed, we are moving, I think, towards the next stage here, where the deportations are likely going to expand. So it'll be interesting to watch. We'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see what happens.